So a lot of people are looking for a cost-effective and efficient way to sell their audios, videos, or other training online, and to do it with their website. And so there's a few basic components you need, besides just a domain name and a hosting account. Once you have that, what you basically need to do is install WordPress on your hosting account. And that's just going to give you a platform where you can basically build any kind of website that you want. WordPress is basically like a skeleton for a website. And that's just going to give you a way to build a site. And then once you have WordPress, then you need to basically put clothes on your skeleton. And a really efficient and cost-effective way to do that, besides paying like a designer and a developer to build your site, custom site, you can use this theme called OptimizePress. So OptimizePress, just bring up the homepage. OptimizePress is a theme that goes with WordPress. So it installs onto your WordPress. So it's like the clothing for your skeleton. And OptimizePress is kind of like a website in a box. And it comes with a whole bunch of page layouts already ready-made. And so you can basically start with, it has sales pages, landing pages, membership pages, and a whole basically sequence to set up your site from start to finish within, minutes if you're familiar with it. And you can check it out at OptimizePress.com. I like it. I don't get any affiliate commissions on this. I just like it because it makes it easy for me to put up these different kinds of pages so that I can create a program, but also it makes it easy for my clients. So when I build sites on OptimizePress, I can turn the site over to my client and they can take it and run with it because it's easy to understand because it has a visual editor. So let's look at this for example. Back here, we're in the back end of WordPress with OptimizePress installed. Once it's installed, you can select the different kinds of layouts that you prefer this is for your blog area, or you can use, you can use the page builder to start creating your pages. And when you do that, once you set up your pages, you can name it. So for instance, I'll call this test 1, and then you can select a content template. And then you can basically select from a whole bunch of different templates. You can use any one of these just as they are. If it says, you can use any of them for any kind of template you want. Just because it says membership home doesn't mean you have to use it for a membership page. It can be a home page. It can be whatever you want. But any one of these pages is also customizable. So you can change the colors, you can change the logo, you can delete any of the elements on the page and add your own. Like all of this is fully customizable, so you can really create whatever you want. So there's lots of cool stuff to select from here. So it really gets you going right out of the box. So like this is already set up. So for instance, if I select this one and I select, I proceed, what it's going to do is it's going to set up the page for me to then begin just editing and customizing it however I want. And so that's where you can really start to set up your content. So you have OptimizePress, which is like 97 bucks one time. It installs on WordPress. And you have WordPress on your hosting account, which you've probably purchased through something like Bluehost or GoDaddy or something like that. So now you can rock and roll, and you can adjust anything. You can click the little pencil, and you can adjust the text on this page. You can make it say whatever you want it to say. Right? You would just delete that and make it say, make whatever color, whatever size, whatever font you want. You have all sorts of controls to change anything on here. You can put a video here if you want. You can adjust all of this text, or if you don't want a video, if you want an image, you can just hit X out. You remove the element, and now you can add in whatever element you want. So I might want to be adding an image of an ebook, so I'll type in image, and then I'll select that I want image, and I can choose from the different image styles, right? So if I want a shadow around it, or a border, or a thicker border, I can select any one of those. So I can select that, and then I would upload my image from my desktop or from my computer. So then I would add in whatever image that I would want. Once I decide to select it. So there's all sorts of stuff you can do to customize this template so it looks however you want. I can then adjust the layout by adding a header, right? So I can create a banner, have a banner designed if I want, and then I can select, or I could just put up my logo if I just want my logo, and then I would select whether I want to show the navigation bar and where, if I want it below the header or above it. I usually do below, it's just more standard. And you just would hit update, so let's see, make sure I selected the right one. I'm going to select that one. This just happens to be the one that they have by default. that we're just going to see what it looks like. And I'm going to hit update, and it's going to put that in place on this page. Of course, you can put up any image you want, but this is just going to get us started so we can see what it looks like. And then you can also update like the navigation bar, so you can make say whatever you want. Not sure if that actually did add the image or not, but I think I might need to add or update a different image maybe. But anyway, you can also like here's you can enter in your email opt-in. So you can add Aweber or Infusionsoft or whatever. You can add that code here, or MailChimp, and you can like incorporate your email right there, your email for your email list if you're offering something. You can delete the whole row if you don't want anything there, and you can add in a new row. And then you can choose from all these different layouts to be able to create whatever layout you want. There's also featured areas. There's all sorts of special bells and whistles. You can go through and click any one of those, and it'll populate. Like if I click that and hit insert, it'll populate the page with that particular element. So then we have that on the page that we can now see here, right? This is what it added basically. There's these two columns of stuff. So anyway, there's just all sorts of fun elements you can play with and customize, or you can go and just switch to a different content template and choose something else if you don't really like that template. And then for the color, you can choose the color, and you can select whatever the color is that you want your navigation bar to be, or your title, or the footer. You can select all the colors so it looks nice and congruent with what you're looking for. And once you have that, you probably want to be able to set up like your navigation. You can set up your navigation with, in the back end of WordPress, you can go to Appearance Menus, you can set up your navigation menu. So you have all that set up. The next cool thing is that OptimizePress comes with what's called OptimizeMember. And that gives you the ability to set up membership functionality to protect your pages, and that syncs with your shopping cart. Here we're in a site that has OptimizeMember installed. So not only does it have OptimizePress installed, but we also installed OptimizeMember. And what that does is it gives you the capability of syncing with your shopping cart, whether it's PayPal or One Shopping Cart or whatever. OptimizeMember will sync with that, and it will create your page so that, like, let's see, we'll go ahead and look at this page. It'll create it so that wherever you're selling your product, whether it's a video training or audio training or some sort of program, this was a page that we created using the OptimizePress template. And so we created this page. You can kind of get a sense of what it looks like. And then when they click that button, it automatically coordinates with PayPal or whatever your shopping cart is. And then automatically someone will get an email by default, and that will have their username and password in it, and they'll be able to register to have access to the member area, and then they'll log in, and then they'll get into the member area. So they'll log in, and we'll just look at what the member area looks like here in a second. But you can set all that up in the back end here. So, and you can even manually add a member if you want. You can delete members, and it comes with a really cool quick start guide to really get you going. So that it's, step-by-step simple. We'll just look at the members page here. So here's the members page, and of course any one of these we can click and drag anything around on the page in the visual editor. So this is the members area. So once they've purchased through PayPal and they log in, they're redirected here to the main member area, where they can then access any one of the modules of training, where they can watch videos or download content or whatever, all based on setting this up. This particular client set up all of her content. She set up her video and her downloads here on this page, and then she has that set up for each one of her modules. So it all syncs with PayPal. You can also integrate your autoresponder email service like Aweber with this. So if you want to create a list of all the people that have purchased your member program, you can then use that as your mailing list to be able to stay in contact with them. You can also, as an alternative, you can use a membership software called Digital Access Pass. And Digital Access Pass, you could use that in combination with OptimizePress if you wanted a little more sophisticated functionality for your membership area. For instance, if you want to be able to create recurring billing, or if you want to structure have it such that someone would maybe purchase a membership and then at some point they might decide to upgrade to another kind of membership, then Digital Access Pass makes that a heck of a lot easier, and it handles the upgrades to new membership levels easily. And it kind of is just a little fancier because Digital Access Pass does one thing really well, and that's membership functionality. So if you want a little bit more capabilities and some flexibility with your membership functions, you probably want to use Digital Access Pass in combination with OptimizePress so that you could use those two together with your shopping cart. And then finally, you want to be able to have a place to host your media files. So if you have videos and audios that are big, large files, you don't want to be uploading those to your website server because that'll make your website really slow. So you would want to use something like Amazon S3 as your service to hold or to host your media files, or you could use like I use Amazon S3 for audio files a lot of times, but you could also use like Vimeo.com or Wistia.com to support your videos. So my internet is extremely slow this evening, but you could use Vimeo.com or Wistia.com, and that can host your videos. The cool thing about Vimeo or Wistia, Vimeo's like $200 a year, and Wistia is about $240 a year, and their videos are mobile compatible. So it comes with a video player built in, and they play on all devices. So it's super helpful, and I've had great luck with Vimeo. If you upload your videos to Vimeo, you can set your privacy settings so that the video can only display on your website, and you can also set it so people like can't download the video; they can only watch it on your site. So that kind of helps if you're kind of worried about privacy issues. So that would be the final thing, is just your hosting for your media files. So what we covered here was WordPress and your hosting and your domain, and then OptimizePress as your kind of website in a box to set up your website, and then if needed, Digital Access Pass to give you even more flexibility with membership sites, and then finally a storage service for your media files like Amazon S3 for audios, or Vimeo or Wistia for your videos. Hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Check us out at techdivamedia.com.